Hey everyone, welcome to Step Into Yourself Tarot. My name is Savannah. For today's reading, I'm doing past, present, future. Timestamps will be included in the description box, and so I will see you at your sign. Hi Gemini, hope you are doing well. For today's reading, I am looking at past, present, future. All right, let's go ahead and get into your energy. Let's see. Show me that Gemini energy, Spirit. Messages for the highest good of Gemini. Show me past, present, future for Gemini. Past, present, future. Past, present, future for Gemini. Messages for the highest good of Gemini. Messages for the highest good of Gemini. Let's do one more, Spirit. Messages for the highest good of Gemini. All right, let's see. Feels good. Past, present, future. Okay, in the past, death. All right, some kind of ending. Knight of Cups. All right, possibly in the direction of which you were pointing your heart and your emotions. Let's see, present, Five of Wands. Yeah, some kind of conflict here. Some kind of tug of war. Six of Swords. Yeah, moving away from it. And the Tower is in the outcome. Very interesting. Bringing down the house. Knight of Wands. There's a determination and a fire in you. Okay. Let's see what this may be for you. I want to take a look at that death. Could be an indicator of transformation. Let's see. Show me death in the past for Gemini. Show me death in the past for Gemini. Let's do two more. Death for Gemini. One more. Death for Gemini. The World. Yep. Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the closing out of a cycle. That I feel like there was a lot of anxiety about whether to do so, whether to hold on to it or to close it. Ultimately, I see that you closed it. Death, the World. It wasn't easy. It was stressful. I don't know what that cycle was for you. You're not showing me that. All you're saying is it brought me a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of overthinking. I was holding on. It was almost like an anxiety about, do I hold on or do I let it go? Do I let it go? But I see death, the world. You let it go. Okay. And then you moved forward. In the heart, Knight of Cups. Let me see this Knight of Cups. Or someone came towards you. Let's see. Knight of Cups. There's an emotional vulnerability here. Knight of Cups. The Emperor. Seven of Swords. do 2 more for this Knight of Cups for Gemini. I'm feeling one more. Knight of Cups for Gemini. King of Swords. 8 of Swords. The Emperor. I saw the Emperor and the 7 of Swords on the split, and my immediate thought was someone who claims empowerment, but with that 7 of Sword energy, that's like deceptive. And here, the Emperor is here with the 8 of Swords, something that I wasn't seeing. But now I see it clearly, King of Swords. That's your energy. Knight of Cups. There was something that you weren't seeing about an Emperor. Someone who claims authority, who has authority. I want to push this a bit further because it relates to your heart, an offering of the heart to another, or receiving it from another. And let me see. Can I push this a little bit further? 10 of Swords. Yeah. The ending. The Star. Yeah. I feel like you had to really go into your emotional depth to understand the things that you weren't seeing, to learn how to stand empowered, to understand an ending and possible betrayal. The 10 of Swords, that's a lot of pain. But you come out having hope. The Star, 4 of Swords, clarity over your path forward, right? Where's my heart go next? And then there's this conflict, 5 of Wands. It's like the vision that I had has ended, right? Let me see this 5 of Wands. I definitely see it as conflict. Could be internal conflict, but I'm seeing it more as external because then it's followed by that 6 of Swords. Show me that 5 of Wands. Show me that 5 of Wands. One more. 5 of Wands for Gemini. Five of Wands for Gemini. 4 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. There's conflict about, there's clearly a relationship here. Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity for some kind of opportunity. And then seven of Pentacles. This is established pathway. It's almost like possibly conflict within a connection. About an opportunity that exists, like it's pentacle energy, so could be a financial investment. Do we want to make this part of our pathway? Do we want to make this investment? There's some conflict about this. Does it fit in with our current pathway? Um, If this is internal, this is you asking yourself, do I want to invest in this connection, in this opportunity? Seeing as you're coming from a space of pain, this could very well be internal. I have to see the Six of Swords. Let me see. Six of Swords. Or it's like, do I invest in what I know? Or do I invest in the new? Could be that kind of a internal battle. Let me see. Six of Swords. Six of Swords for Gemini. Six of Swords. One more. Six of Swords. Knight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Or Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. You receive a sharp truth about where to invest. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. But it requires you to go towards it and to leave something else. Six of Swords is leaving one shore to move into a different direction. And what you're showing me is I have a sharp truth about what investment to make. If this is work, I have a sharp truth about the direction that I want to go. Very interesting. I feel like I'm getting different snapshots for you, Gemini. Here's the emotional stuff that you experienced in your past. Present day, I really am feeling like it's a choice between a new opportunity or an established opportunity. You receive a sharp truth about where to invest your hard work, dedication, effort, and commitment. You have to move away from one thing in order to move towards it. Let me see this Tower. Illusions, delusions come down. Shocking. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower for Gemini. Show me the Tower for Gemini. Let's do one more. The Tower for Gemini. Ten of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Queen of Pentacles is someone who very nurturing, very grounded energy. Then we have a Six of Cups, some kind of soul bond connection. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. This connection. Let me see. Can I get anything else? There's the Five of Wands. The Hermit. Six of Swords. Oh. Okay. Here, where I said you had a choice between something established that's been on your pathway, that you've built into, that you've nurtured, that you had hope in, or a new opportunity, and there was an internal conflict about this. Here you're showing me the Tower, so shocking, sharp insight, attached to a Six of Cups. That would be something established, like that Seven of Pentacles, right? You're showing it's heavy, it's burdensome, it's difficult. And you're saying, this conflict, the internal conflict that I have, I went into a deep space, the Hermit, and the Hermit relies on their inner wisdom and experience. And so what I see is experience shows me that this conflict, I need to rely on my wisdom. And with that, you move away from that opportunity, that Six of Cups that you had built into and established, in order to pursue the investment here that you receive a sharp truth about. Looks like the new opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, someone that lights you. Three of Wands. Very interesting. So perhaps this is shocking to you. Perhaps this is shocking to another. Knight of Swords. There's swift communication. The Sun. The Devil. Happiness and fears. Interesting. I want to get a little bit more on this piece. I definitely know what that Seven of Pentacles is. That's the established Six of Cups connection. Let me see that Ace of Pentacles. Can I see that Ace of Pentacles? Because I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is what you receive sharp truth about. Like, okay, this is the investment I want to go towards. Show me that Ace of Pentacles. Nope. Trying to think. There was a reading from yesterday that had very similar notes. I can't remember. Show me Ace of Pentacles. One more. Two of Wands. There's the decision. Seven. There's that Seven of Swords. High Priestess. You relied on your intuition. I want to see this Ace of Pentacles. The Lovers. There's you. Ten of Cups. I love it. The Magician. It's everything that you've been manifesting for yourself. Prosperity. Emotional fulfillment. That opportunity. It's everything you've been manifesting for yourself. Greater meaning in the context of your life, the lover's connection, something aligned with everything that you've wanted. Wow. And I think this is where your sharp truth is like, yeah, that's where I need to invest. But perhaps it's shocking to that established pathway, the tower. Remember I said on the, I heard bringing down the house. It's like shocking. Possibly for you, possibly for that established pathway person. Very interesting. Stop, Prince. Let's get advice for Gemini. Let's get advice for Gemini. This part is interesting. I feel like it's just you're giving me a snapshot of where you've come from. And you're saying, like, especially with that wisdom, right, of the hermit, it's like, I've learned all this. I've been able to make sense of pain and, healing over pathways that have ended. I've learned a lot. And I think it's that hermit, the wisdom piece is drawing back to this. Advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. One more. Advice for Gemini. Two of Wands. Five of Swords. Judgment. Communicate your decision. Communicate your decision. Yeah. Literally 2 decision cards here. And right in it, there's some kind of conflict, right? That tower. I'm telling you, it's shocking to someone. And there's conflict when you communicate 9 of Cups. That you desire, after much contemplation, you desire to move away from this pathway so that you can be happy. Wow. I love this for you. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and Death. Yeah. It creates pain for another. Remorse, regrets. Okay. But I see you doing what is correct for you. 9 of Cups. All right, Gemini. I hope that this helped. Take care. Hey Libra, hope you're doing well. For today's reading, I'm doing past, present, future. Let's go ahead and get into your energy. All right, Spirit, thank you for presiding over this reading for Libra. Show me past, present, future for Libra. past, present, future for Libra. Past, present, future for Libra. What does Libra need to be aware of? Past, present, future. Messages for the highest good of Libra. Let's do one more. Messages for the highest good of Libra. All right, that feels good. Past, present, future for Libra. All right, in the past, Knight of Swords, some kind of communication action. High Priestess, relying on your intuition. It's great. Page of Wands. Feeling inspired, feeling hopeful, feeling enthusiastic. Not too much, right? Seven of Cups. Choices, options. Page of Cups. Opening up from the heart. Looks like potentially, in the past, some kind of communication or action. Well, definitely take a look at that. High Priestess, you really relying on your intuition. Page of Wands, you're starting to feel inspired, to feel hopeful. And it looks like Seven of Cups, options. Options in love, perhaps. And then we have that Page of Cups opening up in the smallest of ways from the heart space. A gesture in some way. All right, let's see what this is for you. Let me see that Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Swift communication and action. Knight of Swords. Can I see that Knight of Swords for Libra in the past? The past could be everything from this morning to 10 years ago. It's up to you. Take it as it resonates for you. Show me that Knight of Swords for Libra. Knight of Swords for Libra. Let's do one more. Knight of Swords for Libra. Knight of Swords for Libra. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. Okay. The Star. Wow. You really took action in a particular direction. You felt energetically pulled to it. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. The Star. You pursued love. You thought it represented pathway. You took impulsive action towards it. You moved towards it with fire, determination. It's beautiful energy. Let me see that High Priestess. Let me see that High Priestess for Libra. High Priestess for Libra. High Priestess for Libra. One more. High Priestess for Libra. I think my dog is restless. Judgment. Page of Swords. The Tower. What is this? You didn't see The Tower. Something happened. It almost looks like divine intervention happened. Judgment, the Tower. There was something that there was too little insight on. And it puts you into a state of High Priestess. I really need to go within. I want to see this Tower. Can I get more on this Tower? Knight of Swords, what you were taking action towards. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. What you were nurturing and you were building, there was illusions. Possibly about the balance. Strength. Six of Swords. You felt so confident about it. Yeah, it was like you had no hesitation. No hesitation. And what you didn't see is that maybe possibly somebody was emotionally unavailable. It's very interesting. All I'm seeing is that illusions came down. And it specifically relates to what you were pursuing back here. Love and pathway. You've seen it as your vision for your life, for your path. It's interesting. Let me see this Page of Wands. The only other interpretation I can see is that this, in the past, somebody who has a lot of fire in them, they communicated and took action towards you and offered you their love cup and basically expressed like this connection is everything to me, and I want the path, I want longevity, and they made an offering in love, and it put you into a state of High Priestess energy, really going deep within. And delusions come down for you in that Tower moment, and you actually make the decision and the judgment to balance with this person. Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and to nurture it. That could be, and that would make sense why there's a little bit of hope here. Page of Wands. Let's see, Page of Wands. It's very interesting. Page of Wands for Libra. Page of Wands. One more. Page of Wands for Libra. the Devil, the Hermit, King of Swords. It's interesting. It's almost like you had to cut through all the noise in order to make this decision, to be open. The noise of the devil, the fears, the insecurities, patternized thinking. And you had to go really deep within to make this decision, King of Swords. But I see you being open and hopeful. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. The Sun. Happiness. But all I'm really seeing right there is that you had to cut through the noise. That's really what I'm hearing. You had to cut through the noise. I don't know what that is for you, right? Maybe it's people in your ear. But you had to cut through the noise. And to really go with what you felt. Right? That Page of Wands energy. What do I really feel? Show me the Seven of Cups. Choices, options. Can be emotional confusion, but I don't think it's that. I think it's options, because you're not confused. King of Swords isn't confused. They're decisive. Seven of Cups. Choices, options. One more. Seven of Cups for Libra. Seven of Cups for Libra. Ten of Cups. The World. King of Cups. What in the world? Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is our inner circle. The world. Remember how I said cut through the noise? Okay, what you're showing me here is I'm going to cut through the noise. Inner circle. The world. I'm not going to allow the illusion, the emotional turmoil. I'm going to cut through the noise and I'm going to go with my heart. King of Cups. Okay. Yep. That's exactly what that is. Okay. And then I see you open up from the heart. Page of Cups, small gesture. It's just open, right? Show me Page of Cups. Page of Cups. One more. Page of Cups for Libra. Nine of Cups just wanted to show itself. Wish fulfillment. Happiness. Ace of Pentacles. The Empress. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Remember how I said, I feel like somebody took action towards you and offered their love cup, longevity, swiftness, fire energy. There's a King of Wands attached to that person. Here we have the Queen of Wands, which would be you. The Empress. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I see you making an offering. A very solid one. You're claiming it. You're feeling fiery. You're feeling energetically drawn. You're standing in your empowerment in order to open up and make a gesture. What I like is the Page of Cups is small, but the Ace of Pentacles, that's solid. That's a solid offering. Is there anything else about this? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Eight of Swords, Two of Cups. It's almost like you couldn't see that there was the opportunity to balance. Equal love. Yeah, you couldn't see it. It was under the moon. Very interesting. The Lovers represents a major choice. But I see you opening up from the heart to make an offering and a gesture. I see you cutting through the noise in order to do so, and you're relying on your heart, the fullness of your heart. Very interesting, Libra. Let me get some advice for you. The most interesting piece was that cutting through the noise. I don't know what that is for you. Maybe it's, the noise of your inner circle, friendships or family. Maybe your own doubts and insecurities, right? Let's do one more. Advice for Libra. Nine of Cups too. 10 of Cups. They're drawing it back. Let me see. 10 of Cups. There's a lot of noise surrounding your inner circle. Stress and anxiety and worry. Why? Justice. There's you. You have so much noise about your inner circle. Your 10 of Cups. Why? Our 10 of Cups is supposed to, when we look out into the world, we want to see them there because they offer love and support. Why is there so much noise and overthinking surrounding that? Ace of Wands. The Tower. Knight of Wands. The Empress. Ace of Wands, the Tower, the Empress, Justice. I feel like you received very sharp insight, and then Temperance right behind it, about what this person means to you. And that there is actually an opportunity for a passionate new beginning and to balance things. But for some reason, your inner circle is wreaking havoc in your mind. So perhaps they don't want you to pursue this. I don't know. That's for you to know. But really, I feel like what Spirit here is saying is you need to do what's correct for you. Yep. And yeah, it's going to be hard to make the judgment call. There's so much confusion and conflict. Wow. Okay, but it's up to you. Yeah, go deep within. The Hermit. Which I see you do. I see you do. I see you making the offering, the gesture, and you feel empowered, and you feel like it's correct for you. So that's the most important thing. All right, Libra. I hope that this helped you. Take care. Hey Aquarius, hope you're well. For today's reading, I am doing past, present, future. Let's go ahead and get into your energy. Spirit, thank you so much for presiding over this reading for Aquarius. Show me Aquarius, past, present, future for Aquarius. 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 Let's do one more. Past, present, future for Aquarius. Messages for the highest good of Aquarius. All right, in the past, strength. All right. Let's see how you're using strength. Seven of Swords. Oh, doubts, denial, Eight of Wands, communication, and your present energy. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, love that. Happiness, wish fulfillment. Page of Swords. All right, so what I'm seeing in your past, strength, Seven of Swords, possibly using strength to push something away rather than pulling it towards you, possibly. Or you just being very strong, determined, and experiencing some sort of deception along your pathway. In the present energy, I see movement. I see communication, swift action. Moving into the future, Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, happiness, Page of Swords, and the outcome. Small insight, or at least learning, possibly. Or maybe you didn't see something coming. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the moon. You didn't see something coming. Okay. All right. Let's get into clarifying. I'm definitely interested in seeing that strength. Let me see strength for Aquarius. Strength for Aquarius. Show me strength for Aquarius. That devil keeps wanting to show itself. Pushing things away out of fear. Insecurities. Show me the strength for Aquarius. Strength for Aquarius. One more. Strength for Aquarius. Ace of Wands. Five of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Yeah, you use strength to break from a commitment. Yeah, to push something away, to break from a commitment. Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Ace of Wands. It's like you got a sudden burst of strength to break from something that you were committed to. So you use strength to push something away. It was a commitment. The Hierophant is here. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, the break. All right, let me see the Seven of Swords. That's limiting beliefs. That's denial, deception. Let me see the Seven of Swords for Aquarius. Seven of Swords for Aquarius. It's also avoidance. Seven of Swords for Aquarius. One more. Seven of Swords for Aquarius. Strength again. Justice. Page of Cups. You're drawing it back to this break. You've been avoiding and in denial about that you actually want to open up to it and correct it. Justice. And balance it. So now you're using strength to pull towards. This is so interesting, Aquarius. So you use strength to push away this commitment. Now you're wanting to use strength to pull it towards you. It's been something that you've been in denial about, that you've been avoiding. But here it is. Strength, Justice, Page of Cups. I want to open up. I want to rebalance this. I want to make a gesture. Possibly apologize. The pages are messengers. That's so interesting. So now you're overturning the way that you're using strength. That's good. That's good. It's something that you've been in denial about, that you've been avoiding, not wanting to take a look at. But I see you here. Here's the communication. Here's the movement. That's present energy right there. So let's see. Eight of Wands. Can I see Eight of Wands? It's weird. I can literally hear it. I hear the communication. Possibly a phone call. Let me see that 8 of Wands. Let me see that 8 of Wands. Oh, that's so odd. Eight of Wands for Aquarius. One more. 8 of Wands for Aquarius. Let me see this communication for Aquarius. 8 of Wands for Aquarius. The Devil. Ooh, there's a lot of fear, insecurities. Sun. King of Cups. So I do see you speaking from a place of love in you. There is fear. You have fears. You have insecurities. But the sun is here. There's warmth. Can I get a bit more on this communication? Wheel of Fortune. It's taken a long time. The Empress. To feel empowered. Because I see you here. King of Cups. You're communicating that you want happiness. And I feel like yes, you have your insecurities, you have your fears, but you're speaking from the heart, and it's taken a long time. But I see someone on the other end of that who's very empowered, the Empress, and they share a heart space, Queen of Cups. They're very nurturing. So they're matching counterparts. King and Queen of Cups are here. The Empress, so someone of very abundant energy, someone empowered, someone who knows their value and their worth. Now, maybe that you see them as the Empress, right? Wow. But I see their heart space flow back to you, like for like. So though you have some insecurities and fears, it looks like it's well received. Well received. Knight of Wands. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Yeah. You're able to emotionally harmonize with this person. Okay. 9 of Cups. Here's wish fulfillment. Happiness. Show me this 9 of Cups for Aquarius. Show me this 9 of Cups for Aquarius. Show me this 9 of Cups for Aquarius. 9 of Cups for Aquarius. One more. 9 of Cups for Aquarius. 9 of Cups for Aquarius. The Chariot. 3 of Swords. Temperance. Yeah. What would make you happy is to move towards healing. The pain in the heart. It's almost like moving in this direction, making this decision, this choice to go towards this person. It represents your wish fulfillment, but then it also represents temperance, healing. The processing of difficult emotions. It heals your heart to move towards this person. I love that for you. That's beautiful. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Remember I said something you're not seeing. Page of Swords, or that you had little insight about. Let me see this Page of Swords for Aquarius. Let me see this Page of Swords for Aquarius. One more. Page of Swords for Aquarius. Judgment. Five of Cups. Three of Cups. You didn't see this awakening coming. It's almost like you don't see how, remember how I said here, like moving and making this decision to reach out and communicate, how, and it not only represents your wish fulfillment and happiness, but moving in that direction, it heals your heart. And what I think you don't see is that it's like Three of Cups. You're able to emotionally harmonize again. The Five of Cups is here. I don't know. It feels like it heals your heart. That's really what I'm getting. And perhaps you didn't see you heading in this direction, right? You didn't. You were in denial. But Judgment, there's a reconciliation here. After a lot of feelings of sadness and mourning and grief and loss. Can I get a little bit more on this? On this Page of Swords, Judgment, Five of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah. You were holding back from the investment at one point. Yeah. You walked away from it. I don't know why. You didn't show me over here. But I feel like it was sudden. With that Ace of Wands is like almost like a impulsive decision. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Maybe you wanted to pursue a passionate new beginning elsewhere. I don't know. Let me take a look. Maybe I can find out. Show me that Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Let's do one more. Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Knight of Swords. Yes, it was very impulsive. The Magician. Three of Cups. I do see third party interference here, Three of Cups, the Magician. Or that you just wanted to emotionally connect with others. So where's the bridge from here to there? Oh, and over here is what you had little insight about. That Three of Cups. Doing this brought you a lot of sadness, remorse, regret, feeling of missed opportunity. You have awakening about that, judgment. So, okay, where is the bridge from here to here? Where is the bridge from what Aquarius comes to eventually realize? Can you show me that bridge? Here's just so interesting, Aquarius. This can also be emotional manipulation. When you see the Three of Cups and the Magician next to each other, and then Knight of Swords, it is communication and it can be emotional manipulation. So that perhaps led into your decision. Where is the bridge? Show me the bridge between the Knight of Swords, the Magician, Three of Cups to Strength, Justice, Page of Cups. And that interpretation actually makes sense because then you illuminate in this conversation the devil. Manipulation, control. What's the bridge? Show me the bridge. One more. Show me the bridge. Knight of Cups. Seven of Cups. Page of Cups. Gosh, so much water. When you allowed yourself to feel the emotions, and it started off just feeling it. Page of Cups. And then it went to the Seven of Cups. I feel something for this. I'm open. And now I want to deliver it. Knight of Cups. I want to give my heart. Wow. That's the bridge. So I feel like here you were very disconnected probably from your heart. Maybe you made a head over heart decision. But I do see it as there was some emotional manipulation or interference in some way. I feel like it was communicated to you. Control, something. But it wasn't until you allowed yourself to feel the emotions that you use strength in a different way to pull something towards you and to open up and to try to balance. I see the communication present. So if this hasn't happened already, it's very soon. And what you don't see is that moving towards this, it heals your heart. Doesn't create more pain. It heals. Yeah, it heals. Literally, it provides an emotional reset for you. It's almost like You once again are able to feel. You once again are able to feel. King of Cups. And you have such a big heart. This is the fullness of heart. Wow. Right there. That devil, though, literally talking in your ear. If you have Libra in your chart, check out their reading. I literally got a message about cut off the noise, and it was about people being in their ear. Yeah. There is the opportunity to balance this. All right, let me get some advice for you. I'm sorry, I got lost to your reading. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. There's some very interesting elements. And I think it's just a beautiful picture of how one thing impacts another. And hindsight is always 20/20, right? This point here. Like in hindsight, I realized that this brought me so much grief and loss and mourning and feelings of regret and remorse and guilt. One more. Advice for Aquarius. Six of Pentacles, the World, Queen of Swords. It's really just, you've been able to make sense of it. You've been able to make sense of how to balance, or what reciprocity is. Looking at what you give to, and what do you give generously to. Can I get more? Four of Cups, Hanged Man, Temperance. Yeah, you've gained new perspective about the 3 cups that are spilled over versus the 1 cup that's being handed to you. You've gained new perspective through healing. You've gained new perspective about unhappiness and what does that mean and how is it created through your healing. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much healing here. Healing is available with this Empress. All right, Aquarius, I hope that this helped you. Take care. Hey, Cancer, for today's reading, I am doing past, present, future. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Show me, Cancer, Spirit, messages for the highest good of Cancer. Past, present, future for 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 Cancer. Let's do one more. Past, present, future for Cancer. Past, present, future for Cancer. Page of Wands in the past. Feeling hopeful, feeling inspired. Queen of Cups, love that. Feeling good in the heart, feeling love of the self first and foremost. Having a fullness of heart. 10 of Pentacles. Who else got this? In this same exact placement from yesterday, I want to say Capricorn maybe. Very stable. Stability. Tree of life energy. A whole world. 9 of Cups. This is gorgeous energy. Wish fulfillment. Happiness. And then 4 of Cups. What? Feeling some sadness here. Lethargy. What is that? 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. Let me start off with this. I feel like that Page of Wands kind of speaks for itself. It's just an openness. It's feeling hopeful. It's feeling inspired. Kind of like open to what's next, right? That's the energy that I'm getting off of that. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups for Cancer. Show me that Queen of Cups for Cancer. One more. Queen of Cups for Cancer. Judgment. 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. You decided in the past to break from something. To stop waiting. Judgment. 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands can be waiting energy. You decided to stop that. Well, good for you. Okay. Let me see that Page of Wands. Now that makes me curious. Show me that Page of Wands in the past for Cancer. Show me that Page of Wands. What had you hopeful and inspired? Stop, Prince. Show me that Page of Wands. One more. Page of Wands for Cancer. Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. The Sun. Wow, you saw a whole world in some kind of relationship. You were inspired for it. You were hopeful for it. You felt warmth in it. You felt joy. You wanted to nurture it. That was in the past, and moving towards the present. Queen of Cups, you have a fullness of heart. You have a lot of love. But judgment. I'm not waiting. So I don't know if this didn't come to fruition, yeah, but you're showing Six of Swords. I need to move away from it. I feel like there was too much waiting. Or you felt like you were waiting. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard. Nine of Wands. Yeah. It's very difficult for you to emotionally kind of detach. Okay, so it's present. Ten of Pentacles. Very solid. Very stable. Got a whole world. Show me Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. Let's do one more. Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. Ten of Pentacles for Cancer. King of Wands. Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. So I got two knights here. I feel like it's just showing like there's a lot of passion in your world. And somebody's in there with you. Like for like. Like for like. Both swift, passionate, fiery. Let's see a little bit more on this. Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords. It's like, yeah, it gets hard. It gets hard, right? This whole, like, maintaining stability, right? It gets hard. But there's something to be said about strength. And having strength to put our all, to put your all into your world, right? Okay. Very interesting. Show me that Nine of Cups. Show me the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Show me that Nine of Cups. So personal wish fulfillment, happiness. One more. Nine of Cups. Prince, stop, please. He is being so restless today. Two of Pentacles. Page of Wands. King of Cups. It's almost like you had a lot of love for whatever it is that you said. Judgment. I can't wait. You had a lot of love. King of Cups here. You're drawing it back to that Page of Wands. You're like, even though it represented for me my wish fulfillment and my happiness, I couldn't balance it. I couldn't juggle. I couldn't handle the juggle. That's interesting. You're showing me strength again. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. I need to move forward towards connections that are aligned with my value and my worth, because it's what I've been manifesting for myself. Very interesting. So I think this is just a reflection point for you in the near future. But like, yeah, I had love, but I couldn't constantly be like this. Okay. Four of Cups. Dissatisfaction. Unhappiness. Lethargy. Apathy. Four of Cups. Feelings of dissatisfaction. Sadness. Four of Cups. One more. Four of Cups. Really interested in what I'm going to see here. I have an impression. Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Queen of Cups. I feel like here, the impression I got was that this was this person from over here that you said, oh, I'm not waiting. And it's like, why didn't I invest in this connection with you, Queen of Cups? You show me you as the Queen of Cups. The seeds were there. I could have nurtured them. It was equal. It was equal love. I could have had victory in this. The world. But it closed because you decided to break from it. That's very interesting. So I want to see this world, or like your current energy. What's happening in your environment? I see two figures, rapid, swift, back and forth, fiery communication and taking action. Equal for equal, like for like. There's a lot of fire and passion. Let me see a little bit more about that. Can I see more about this King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands? It's like they're taking action towards each other. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Swift, equal. One more. King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. What is this? Can I get more on this for Cancer? Six of Wands, Temperance. I have Four of Cups over there. Whatever this is in your current, it's very healing for you. It's you're taking your time, you're investing patience, you feel very good about it. But then that Four of Cups energy is there as well. So it's like this person that you decided to break from. They said, I'm not going to wait. That energy is here as well. But you're healing. I think you're processing that break, that decision for yourself. But you feel good about it. You feel very good about it. You feel very good about what is happening with these 2 nights. So you and someone else going back and forth, back and forth. There's a lot of communication, action, communication, action, communication, action, and a lot of passion, a lot of fire. I love this for you. Okay. Let me get some advice for you. Yeah, it's very balanced. 6 of Pentacles. I see that. Let's get advice for Cancer. Can I get advice for Cancer? Cancer. Advice for Cancer. Can I get advice for Cancer? One more. Advice for Cancer. Seven of Wands. Page of Cups. Page of Swords. Did we see the pages anywhere? We only saw the page once, which you showed me. I feel like you possibly might get an apology or a gesture, small gesture from the heart from this individual. Remember this 4 of Cups over here that was feeling remorse? You may get an apology, or you may get a small gesture offering from the heart. The Spirit saying, hold your boundaries. Anything else on this? Knight of Pentacles. Judgment. Remember your judgment and what would make you happy. Drawing it back over here. Remember, you couldn't balance it. You couldn't balance it. It was always this. Remember your judgment. To break from this. To break from the waiting. Here it is. Remember your judgment. The path you are on is your wish fulfillment. Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. It's steady. It's stable. It represents happiness. Remember that. Okay. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. Confidence. So Queen of Cups, you're connected to a King of Pentacles, someone who's, that 10 of Pentacles, someone very stable, very grounded, very empowered. That's where your victory is. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope that this helped you. Take care. Hey, Scorpio. Today I'm doing past, present, future. Let's go ahead and get into your energy. Spirit, thank you for presiding over this reading for Scorpio. Show me past, present, future for Scorpio. Past, present, future for Scorpio. Messages for the highest good of Scorpio. Show me past, present, future for Scorpio. Past, present, future for Scorpio. Let's do one more. Past, present, future for Scorpio. I'm feeling one more. Past, present, future for Scorpio. Okay, that feels good. Messages for the highest good of Scorpio. All right. In the past, 5 of Cups. A lot of sadness, regret, remorse, feelings of loss and longing. Moving into the present, the sun, that's beautiful. Happiness, joy, warmth, such a different energy here. Let me see the present energy. 7 of Pentacles, steady, pathway, building into the pathway, nurturing the seeds. I love this. Steady, really steady. 6 of Pentacles, balance. Love this. Equal reciprocity, giving and receiving. Very balanced. And the High Priestess, intuition. Love that. Okay, let's see what this is. I want to see that 5 of Cups in the past. Let me see. Feelings of sadness, feelings of loss, feelings of remorse, feelings of regret, deep mourning, grief. 5 of Cups for Scorpio. 5 of Cups for Scorpio. 5 of Cups for Scorpio. Five of Cups for Scorpio. One more. 5 of Cups for Scorpio. Show me that 5 of Cups for Scorpio in the past. 3 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. High Priestess. That's interesting. In the past, I feel like there was a lot of loss and regrets on your pathway. And intuitively, you knew that better was on the horizon, that equal give and take was possible. And you looked forward to that for your future. And I see it showing up in your future. Both of the High Priestess and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like wherever you were coming from, you knew that better was on the horizon. And that equal give and take and reciprocity was available and would be available to you in the future. That's interesting. You're not showing me what the pain was. I'm sure an accumulation, right, of over our life. We have regrets, we have losses, we have feelings of mourning and grief and sadness over our life experiences. But you're saying, I look forward to the day when I'm balanced, when equal give and take, reciprocity is achieved. And I'll intuitively know when that happens. I love this. Moving into present day, the sun, feeling happiness, feeling warmth. Let's see what's making you happy. Feelings of happiness, joy, the sun. Show me the sun for Scorpio. Show me the sun for Scorpio. Show me the sun for Scorpio. The sun. Let's do one more. The sun for Scorpio. Five of Cups. 8 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. I feel here, it's like a recognition, an illumination. The sun can also be an illumination of all of the things that we've held on to. All the losses and the emotional walking away and the emotional detachments and the Five of Cups, the loss and the grief and the feelings of sadness and the memories of the past and how you've held on to them. This is being illuminated to you, or it was in your past, in your recent past. How you held on to things. Can I get a little bit more on this? The moon. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. And how you carried these things into your cooperations and your balances. And the things that you were trying to build. So all these things have been illuminated to you. And through them, in some way, you've been able to recognize your value and your worth. And what cooperations and balances are aligned with your worth and are correct for you, that are worthy of you. So I think you did some deep diving within the self to unpack these things, and through that, you came to understand your value and your worth and what is aligned with me and what isn't. It's beautiful. All right, show me that Seven of Pentacles, present day. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, present day, building into some pathway. Seven of Pentacles, present day for Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles, present day for Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles, present day for Scorpio. One more. Seven of Pentacles, present day. The Fool. Nine of Cups. Death. There's you. You're saying this pathway that you're on, it represents a new beginning for you in wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups in happiness. It's steadily built into. It's a new beginning, a new journey for you, and it makes you happy. You love where you are right now. Wow, it's beautiful. And then we have that Six of Pentacles, your reflection over here. Like, I'll know when something is balanced. I'll intuitively know. I'm going to actually clarify these two together. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, because you show me both over there. Show me that Six of Pentacles, High Priestess. It's beautiful. You've learned so much. You're like, even though it's slow, or being slowly built into, I'm happy. I'm happy on this journey. I'm happy on this pathway. Show me the Six of Pentacles, High Priestess. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess. One more. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess for Scorpio. Queen of Cups. Two of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. There's an offering of love. here. You see this offer. It's very stable. Stable. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Can I get a little bit more about this? King of Pentacles. It's from a King of Pentacles. Someone very stable, empowered, strength. Wow. Ten of Cups. I feel like this person is offering you the Ten of Cups. Happiness, emotional harmony, and greater context. And it's attached to a decision for you. Ace of Pentacles. Could be at the beginning of the year. Wow. Make the effort. Love is worth taking the risks. You are called to move. Some kind of offer is coming from this person. Show me High Priestess. You're relying on your intuition. Show me the High Priestess. I want to see it by itself. High Priestess. High Priestess. One more. High Priestess for Scorpio. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Five of Swords. What's this? There's confusion about how to balance. There's an exchange of words here. Can I get more on this? Six of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. I feel like this is about work. And you moving away from a particular pathway in work endeavors. You're communicating this, and there's confusion, and it's like you're communicating that you're moving away from a particular pathway in work efforts. Eight of Pentacles. And there's some disagreement here and confusion, and what do we do? But you're relying on your intuition. Four of Wands. The relationship is secure. Six of Cups, it's a soul bond. Knight of Cups, it's filled with emotions and love and healing. Passion. Yeah, this is about work. You're wanting to break from it. It's no longer leaving you feeling satisfied or fulfilled, and you want to invest. It's like you're relying on your intuition to determine where do I invest next. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I don't necessarily know that you know that. And that's where you're really going deep within, to rely on your intuition. Yeah. Trying to gain new perspective and clarity. Okay. Judgment. to make good decisions accordingly. That's interesting point there for you. So overall, what I'm seeing is you knew in the past, I look forward to equal give and take, reciprocity, and I'll intuitively know. And I look forward to that day. And then you did a deep dive into your moon space to deal with memories of the past and emotional resets and things that you were holding on to. And in that, you came to discover your value and your worth, and making decisions of, I connect with those that are aligned with my value and my worth. In your present pathway, even though it's slowly building, it makes you very happy. You love where you're at. And then over here, there's an offering coming from someone, a King of Pentacles, someone very grounded, king of their castle. And it's attached to a decision for you. And then this is an interesting piece here. You moving away from a work path and trying to rely on your intuition about what's next for you. Let's get some advice for you. Beautiful reading. Let's get advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. One more. Advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Understand the things that you hold on to in your heart. Don't hold back. Communicate. Communicate from the heart. Don't hold back. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. Ten of Wands. There's something about, it's hard, it's difficult for you to communicate and to not hold back your feelings, your heart space. But Spirit's saying, make sure that you're speaking. Yeah, it's difficult, but there's love here. And there's passion. But there's something about communicating and not holding back. Maybe in regards to this, because I do see a disagreement here. But Spirit's saying there's a lot of love. So make sure you're speaking. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Yeah. All right. Very interesting. Scorpio, I hope that this helped you. Take care. Hey Pisces, hope you're doing well. Today I am doing past, present, future. I do have to tell you that I had already recorded your video, and when I went to go stop the recording, I realized that my device had died after the baseline, and it was a super powerful reading. Usually when that happens, where something disrupts the recording, for me as a reader, it means that the energy is shifting at the time that I'm reading. And so I had debated on whether to keep the baseline that was on the original recording, but I just feel called to kind of repull the cards. So I just wanted to give you that disclaimer. Um, and we will see what comes up. If anything comes up that resonates with the original reading, I will definitely share that. But it was very, very powerful reading. Your power card came up. You came up multiple times. All right, but let's get into the current energy. All right, Spirit, thank you for presiding over this reading for Pisces. Please allow any and all messages that are for the highest good of Pisces to come through. Show me that Pisces energy, past, present, future for Pisces. Past, present, future for Pisces. Past, present, future for Pisces. Two of Wands, decision making. Past, present, future for Pisces. Messages for the highest good of Pisces. Let's do one more. Past, present, future for Pisces. Yeah, that feels good. I do feel like my table is far out. All right. Messages for the highest good of Pisces. Past, present, future for Pisces. In the past, Three of Swords. Pain. Fear of rejection. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Feeling grounded. Nurturing your world. The Star in the present energy. Wow. Hopeful. Healing. This is longevity. It's pathway. Temperance. Healing. A lot of healing energy here. From your current moment, moving into the future. Patience. Time. Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. Steady. Slow and steady. A blueprint. Definitely, I'm seeing some different energy here. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This did come up in the other reading. That is ultimate emotional fulfillment. All right. Let's get some clarifiers. Three of Swords. So basically what I'm seeing, in the past you experienced some pain, pain in your heart. Queen of Pentacles. You know how to nurture yourself. Literally conflict and gaining new perspective. That came up in the last reading. Queen of Pentacles, you're grounding yourself, nurturing the self, nurturing your world, feeling very grounded. And then the Star, that's our ultimate desire for the path forward. It's the stars that we wish upon, right? It also represents hope and healing. And then we have Temperance, processing of difficult emotions. And then Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, but having a blueprint where to go, right? A plan. Okay, let me see that Three of Swords in the past. So pain in the heart, fear of rejection. Three of Swords, it's sword energy, so it's in the mind. Let's see, Three of Swords, but it's also pain in the heart, right? We all experience Three of Swords moments and experiences. Show me that Three of Swords for Pisces in the past. Past can be everything from this morning until 10 years ago. That's up to you. Take it as it resonates for you. Show me that Three of Swords in the past for Pisces. One more. Three of Swords in the past for Pisces. The Empress. Literally, this both came up in your last reading, the Chariot. You emotionally detached from an Empress. It was a direction that you were moving, the Chariot. But you walked away from the Empress. Someone who is important to you. Someone who is abundant. They're very nurturing energy. It's you emotionally detached from them. You walked away. And the Chariot, this was a direction that you were at one time headed in. And Three of Swords, I feel like it hurt you to do so. I feel like it hurt you in your heart to emotionally detach. This did come up in your last reading. Let me see that Queen of Pentacles. So this is you feeling grounded. This is you nurturing you. You and yours, your world. Queen of Pentacles. Show me Queen of Pentacles. Show me that Queen of Pentacles. Show me that Queen of Pentacles. One more. Queen of Pentacles for Pisces. Seven of Wands. Two of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. There was a wavering about whether I stand up for this or do I break from it? Do I create an ending? Whatever you were nurturing, do I stand up for it? Or do I end it? Can I get more on this? Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, Four of Swords. Clarity is needed about what to do about a connection. Three of Pentacles. So in the past, I see that you went into a deep internal space surrounding what to do about a connection. Three of Pentacles, like, can I bring it together? Can I bring it together? Because I see the ending here. You emotionally walked away. You emotionally detached. There's an ending here. There's a lot of pain. And it's like, what do I do about this? Do I fight for it? Do I leave the ending as an ending? And you go into a very deep internal space trying to gain new perspective about, is it able to be salvaged? Three of Pentacles. Can this be brought back together like cooperatively? right? Cooperation, collaboration. It looks like in that deep internal reflection that you gain new perspective, because you come out the King of Swords. And it's like, yeah, I want to balance. I want to balance. So I'm not sure what caused you to walk away. Let me see the star. This is our deepest hope and desire. It's also healing. Show me the star. This is your present energy. Show me the star for Pisces. Current energy for Pisces, the star. One more. The star for Pisces. The Hermit. 8 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. After the break, you're communicating about your internal reflections. There's communication here. The Hermit. That deep internal reflection. You took it to a very deep place. That you're showing me the break here. But you're communicating about that. For what? Why? The Hierophant. Page of Cups. Wow. 9 of Pentacles. There's an openness from the heart, an opening up from the heart about commitment, about your value, your worth, that you're open to commitment, the star, longevity. How is this received? The Tower, shocking. Strength. 5 of Cups. This communication is shocking to someone. The Tower, strength, 5 of Cups. It requires strength to kind of process through the past experiences and memories and regrets and remorse and loss and grief. It's almost like you're showing me. I'm seeing this Tower as both internal and external. So it looks like you had an internal Tower, and it required you to look at very difficult things surrounding missed opportunities, surrounding pains of the past, loss, grief. But out of Towers always come truth. And the truth for you is that opening up is aligned with your highest good. Opening up in your heart is aligned with your highest good and your value and your worth. So I feel like you are communicating these reflections about your star pathway, your deepest desire. But it's after the break. It's after this break. And then there's healing here. There's the processing of difficult emotions. Show me Temperance for Pisces. Show me Temperance. One more. Show me temperance for Pisces. I'm feeling such a stillness in your energy, which I was also getting in your last reading. Temperance. The Magician. Two of Wands. Knight of Cups. You're manifesting the ability to heal and to be able to offer your heart outside of yourself. That's your hope. You want to heal. And there's the deliverance of your heart. The Emperor. You showed me the Empress over here that you emotionally detached from them. Here's you, the Emperor. Four of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. You've been very, it's like you're claiming like your unhappiness, right? In the investment. Could I get a little bit more? Ten of Wands. Temperance. It's very hard to heal it. Judgment. There's lessons that need to be learned. Literally, this came up in the last reading. Lessons that need to be learned about investment. And it's heavy to process that. But judgment is attached to you. And, you know, in your last reading, it was like, it's a choice. You make the choice. You choose it. You have to choose the option that you've been manifesting. And you have to be emotionally vulnerable and available. It's a choice to heal, no matter how difficult. High Priestess, rely on your intuition about this connection. Two of Cups. I can see the energy was shifting because this is a progression from what I saw in the last reading. The insights came in. Okay. Let's see this Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady pathway. It's a plan. It's a blueprint. Knight of Pentacles for Pisces. Knight of Pentacles for Pisces. Knight of Pentacles for Pisces. One more. Death. Three of Wands. Justice. I almost feel like whatever pathway you've been on, Knight of Pentacles can be it's just the plan. It doesn't mean that you're actually moving, right? And it's like, there's an end to that. I'm going to look towards justice. I'm going to have hope. I anticipate being able to bring balance in this situation. Justice, because it's correct. There's the Queen of Pentacles again. King of Cups, Three of Cups, to have a new beginning, a reconciliation. There's a lot of anxiety. And there's the Queen of Cups. Can I push this a bit further? Justice, Three of Wands, Death. Can I see this? Death, Three of Wands, Justice. Let's do one more. Death, Three of Wands, Justice. Death, Three of Wands, Justice. The Moon. Literally, the Moon came up twice in this placement. Four of Pentacles, High Priestess. Yeah. It's almost like you've been holding on to your pathway so tightly that investment was a challenge. And you intuitively know this. The Moon. But you haven't wanted to take a look at it. But that is transforming. Because judgment is attached to you. Seven of Cups. Seven of Swords. Like avoidance. About balances and investing. And what things to invest in and what things to move away from. I'm really interested in this piece. Why did you move away from this Empress? Why did you emotionally detach? Why did you move away? Show me the Empress, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. The Empress, Eight of Cups, the Chariot. One more. The Empress, Eight of Cups, the Chariot for Pisces. Empress, Eight of Cups, the Chariot for Pisces. Nine of Swords. Ooh, Judgment. Seven of Wands. You were resisting it. There was so much overthinking. Judgment. You had a decision to make. You had insights. Judgment is attached to healing and claiming it. Claiming the manifestation and opening up from the heart. But there was so much resistance to it. And judgment was calling you. Can I get more on this Judgment? Eight of Swords. To see what you weren't seeing. 10 of Wands. And in the last reading, you kept telling me, but this relationship is so hard. And Spirit's advice was, I need you to think about what makes it so hard. Because the energy was beautiful. Why is it so difficult? Something you're not seeing about the heaviness and the weight. And taking action towards it. Knight of Swords. Can I get a little bit more? The Sun. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Because it's like you're holding so strongly to your pathway. Remember I said it, there's something about investment. and the things that you hold on to and the things that you stand up for, right? And so I feel like you were holding on so tightly to your pathway that it either created an emotional detachment in this connection with this Empress, or you emotionally detached to continue with your current pathway. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords. There's the clarity about what this connection, I feel like, meant to you. Six of Cups, it's a soul bond. There's the Tower, the sharp insights, illusions, delusions coming down, and what remains is truth. The Tower, about regrets and missed opportunities. Five of Cups, and sadness and loss, but it's communicated after the fact, after the break. But here's hope, healing, longevity. But here Spirit saying it's your decision to heal this and to claim your manifestation, which also came up in your other reading. You need to rely on your intuition rather than holding on so tightly and holding back. All right, let's get some advice for you, Pisces. Can I get advice for Pisces? Advice, guidance for Pisces. Advice, guidance. Advice, guidance for Pisces. Let's do one more. Advice, guidance for Pisces. Advice, guidance for Pisces. Six of Swords. 10 of Wands. Wow, you really need to drop the burden of the overthinking. It's like there's so much anxiety about moving away from the heavy burdens that you've been carrying. You need to move away from the overthinking and the anxiety and the worry and the insecurities. Let me see. The Chariot, which you showed me attached to the Empress. The Chariot, Two of Wands, to make the decision to offer your heart to someone. Knight of Swords, and there's the taking action. Take action towards where your heart is pointing you. Can I get a little bit more? High Priestess, rely on your intuition. Wheel of Fortune, this is a lesson about opening up from the heart. Knight of Wands, strength. 10 of Pentacles. This could represent ultimate abundance. Death, the Sun, the Hierophant, the Empress. There it is. Literally, this is so reminiscent of your last reading. It's like you have to move away from something. You have to end something in order to pursue the Sun, the Hierophant, the Empress. Higher level of commitment, happiness, joy, warmth. Over here. There's lessons that need to be learned about listening to yourself and opening up from the heart. Okay. All right, Pisces. I hope that this helped you. Take care.